It is Mother's Day today.
Mother's Day.
Shout out to all the mothers who listen to the Adulthood pod. You
Shout
guys are beautiful, beautiful queens.
Absolutely.
Happy Mother's Day to my mom who is in heaven.
R.I.P.
I make sure you guys tell your mom you love her and get her flowers and do all the beautiful things.
Yeah.
It does not last forever.
Nope.
It's also Sunday, May 11th. It's also my niece's birthday. Shout out to my niece, Jill.
Oh, shout out to your niece.
Good for you for knowing that.
Yeah, for sure.
She was actually born on Mother's Day too in '97.
No way.
Which niece? The niece I met?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you know
I was
her.
born in 97.
Yeah.
My sister was
When's
born
your
in
birthday?
97.
July 3rd.
Oh.
If anybody wants to steal my identity.
She's a Cancer.
For July.
She's a Cancer.
Yeah.
Nice. July 3rd. And your birthday
is May 10th.
May the day before this.
Yeah.
Now, this obviously we're taping this, you know,
In advance.
this isn't Adulthood live. we taped this a couple
That's the show.
a couple days in advance. So what do you have plans for your birthday this year?
My girl's taking me out to dinner.
Dinner. That's all you really do.
That's all you
It's
need.
either dinner or vacation.
We're in our pre-show. I was just like, I'm so low key. That's all
I wanna do,
I'm
bro.
a paradox. I'm a DJ and I hate the spotlight. I just want a dinner. I want low key, maybe some greenery. Shout out to any dispensaries if you want to sponsor the show. And then I'm chilling. I'm vibing.
Bro, I think I am a drug addict.
That's what I was. You back on the gummies?
Yeah, I mean, I don't do weed recreationally. I only do it to sleep.
Okay.
But I'm doing it every night.
Every night you're taking what milligrams?
milligrams?
Nothing crazy. 5 and 10.
Are you still on?
Pretty good. 10 milligrams to go to sleep is like you're cooked.
That's calm.
It's calm. It's calm. Some people take 50,
Are you still
100.
on? I mean, we've talked about this before, but there was a time where I took like a 50 milligram. I was in Canada. I was in Montreal, and I was basically on the moon.
Yeah. No, dude, there's this. I have this dispensary.
The Camino still?
No, I do Camino sometimes. You can find Camino's like that's too mainstream, bro.
Okay.
I like
you're underground.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I go to the dispensary. It's so nice and fun that it's legal. Like there's this dispensary by my house. It's like a pharmacy. Like it was an old bank and it's a dispensary now. You walk in, it's like a pharmacy. They're like, what do you need it for? And then they're like, oh yeah, we recommend like the weed guys are like pharmacists.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, we recommend this and we recommend that. And it just helps me sleep. Like,
Bud tenders, I think they call it.
Yeah, bud tenders. I do gummies. I have tinctures. That'll really.
You do the tinctures?
The tinctures are really
In the water, or you take it straight?
straight.
Okay.
Under the tongue.
I know a
Couple
girl
seconds.
from college who like quit her job in banking and then went really woo-woo into like sustainable farming. And she brought us back a bunch of homemade tinctures. She was working at a farm in the Hamptons. I had to throw it away. Like I thought I will never do a tincture again.
Why?
I've
Don't
never
throw it
been
away.
that
You should've given
high.
it to me.
What?
You were smacked?
Oh my God. I had to leave at dinner.
Really?
Yeah.
But it was probably a high dose. You got to find what the right dose is for you.
And then how many drops did you take?
A lot.
That's the thing.
Yeah. But
You pushed it.
yeah.
But you know what? I know you don't like the flower, but I feel like there's something meditative about the actual like act of. It's like cigars almost.
I got a vape now. I've been to not do the gummies every night. I hit the vape a couple times before I go to sleep. It's nothing more relaxing.
It's
You put on,
relaxing.
like a good TV show, movie, documentary. I be going on YouTube rabbit holes. I do a drop until I doze off, and then I just knock out and wake up in the morning.
Refreshed.
Some people do this naturally.
You want
which
it?
I mean,
I'm jealous.
If you just go to sleep at night and wake up in the morning, you probably have nothing going in your life.
You're privileged.
Or you're a monk,
Yeah.
right?
I don't think monks sleep.
They don't. They sleep for 3 hours.
Or they don't speak.
They don't speak.
No,
Which a lot of y'all need to take monk pledges.
I randomly learned about this, but they also like they don't sleep for real. They sleep like
they're
3
going-
hours because
They're on like sleep diets.
they're blessed out. So they don't even need to sleep. They don't need to recharge because they're in bliss all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
And speaking about woo-woo, what I'll do is I'll smoke a little bit. I'll go by the water and I'll just sit there
Yeah.
and just let the waves crash.
I love walking around. Well, speaking of moms, my mom is like, my dad smoked a bunch of weed. He's fine, whatever. My mom is so terrified.
Oh, yeah, she's
to
old school.
try edibles, and I think nobody could benefit more from like I'm talking like 2 milligrams, like nothing crazy, but like. How do I get her to like just
You
get
have
over
to
the edge?
you have to roofie her.
Yeah.
But
You gotta put
Feed her an edible?
Put a tincture,
But not
a
too
tincture
strong.
drop in like her water. and say it's vitamins.
But not too strong because
Not
then
too strong. Yeah, that's what I'm
You
saying.
knock her out, she'll never want to play again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why? You think she's like pent up?
She's high
She's
strung.
got a lot of stress
High-strung?
going on in her life,
Yeah.
like with her family stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she's like, I don't like how much like wine I'm drinking at night, but I just like need a way to decompress. And I'm like, there's another amazing option that's way less calories.
When she gets mixing it up too, you get wine and a nice tincture, a blunt, edible. I mean,
Now we're having a good time.
That is adulthood.
I don't even know if she'll be your mom anymore. You'll
That
be
is
like, girl,
adulthood, bro.
girl.
I had that the other night. A bottle of wine
Yup.
and an edible. Oof. And I watched the games. I started texting people just to check up on them. You know, I was
hey, thinking
oh,
about you.
you feeling good?
I was like, how you doing?
Is that
And they
why
was
you
like,
text
wow,
me?
what's up? I was like, nah, no,
Hold
don't
on.
need nothing. Just checking up on you, making sure you good. Then in the morning,
Was this on Tuesday?
I regretted it. I was embarrassed. I almost said my phone got stolen.
I had a crossed moment in Mexico City my last night alone, and I was like, wine. I had smoked a joint. I woke up. I'd planned a full cousin vacation to Europe this summer that I had to back out of. I was like, wait, I'm not doing all that with you
No,
guys.
but people like it. Like we get embarrassed to do it, but people like it when you just check up on them with nothing. When you don't want nothing, you do that. You check up on people.
Was this a Tuesday?
He might have been a victim.
Nah, you do that. You do that like unsolicited.
Nah,
like, you,
yeah, I'm
you
a
do like
checker.
a random checkup
I'm
or
a
just like a
checker.
random hit up. Like no, like we don't need to. I don't need anything. We don't need to talk. This is just like a random hit up.
You bring up a great topic because that is really adulthood. Because like, how often do you have somebody, especially like somebody that you're cool with, just hit you up and be like, "Yo, what's up, bro?"
Yeah,
That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Because people are either living their own lives or they want something.
Yeah.
So the people that are living their own lives, they don't have time because they're thinking about like, oh, I gotta pay mortgage, I gotta pay for the kids, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, the car note, whatever. They don't literally have a break in their schedule. Or the people that need something is just like, hey,
yeah.
can I borrow $700,000?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, literally.
That's why I don't pick up phones and I don't go to family parties. But I had a friend of mine, a comedian, very funny, Dean Del Rey. Check out his special. He just had a special. I think
Shout out, Dean.
It's on YouTube, but put it into Google. Dean Del Rey, very funny. You guys will love him. But one time we were on the road together and he told me that another comedian friend, Joey Diaz, he's like,
Coco?
yeah, he's so old school. Like he just calls you like randomly, like doesn't want anything. Just I'm calling up, I'm seeing how you doing. 3-minute conversation, just checking up. You good? All right, cool. Let's, whatever. Boom, hang up.
Sometimes
don't
you
need
need that.
anything. Not trying to make plans. Don't need nothing from you. Just checking up on people.
Sometimes you need that.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. I think we need to normalize that more because I get the same anxiety as others with that, where you're like, I'm gonna tell you good morning and then I'm gonna say how you doing and you're gonna tell me that you can't pay rent and they fired you from your job and they're repoing your car and you need $7 million.
Right.
I told you that in confidence.
Yeah, no, that's what I fear.
Bro.
But if you don't want to call, then shoot a text. Sometimes you can say it all in one text. Hey man, hope you're good. Hope you're doing good. Just checking up. Don't need anything. Just hoping you're good.
That was supposed to be a private conversation.
Check in.
That was the best advice I got when I got out of like that really bad relationship a few years ago. And it was like, we had gotten out of it right before Thanksgiving. And so I was just like dreading the holiday. And my friend gave me the best advice. And he was like, whenever you're feeling like a pang of like, oh, this person's not here, text 5 people you love them. And like the whole day I was just like in light thinking about you conversation. And I felt amazing. Like doesn't have to be deep. I also think with my friends, I get anxiety because we haven't talked in so long. And I'm like, I need to set aside 3 hours so I can get everything. And it's like, the best way to avoid that is just shorter conversations more frequently. Yeah.
You know how there's people out there, like whether they be family or friends, who for whatever reason, like saying I love you is just uncomfortable for them. But it's not like they love you, like they love you, like it's been proven for years. It's just the saying of it is uncomfortable. But even though it's uncomfortable, I feel like it's uncomfortable in the same way that, when you first start working out at the gym, you're super, super sore, like at the beginning where it feels uncomfortable, but but the soreness is like good. Like you kind of like, I'm in so much pain, but
working.
it's good. And then eventually you go enough, you're not getting pain anymore. You just feel good.
Yeah.
I think that's the same way with telling those type of people like I love you. Like at first it's like weird. Like what do you mean? But you should say it. Like put them in that uncomfortable position. Make them that emotionally sore for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because after a while it just becomes normal and then it's not weird no more.
I have a caveat to that though, because I feel like the romance languages, y'all, especially like Spanish-speaking countries or Spanish-speaking like people, they have that built in because everything's like mi amor, mi amor, mi amor. It's just like, oh wait, you grew up with this, so love is like into your everyday operation versus other cultures is not like that. So like that's where that like uncomfortability comes.
English is so transactional. Yeah.
But no, that's what I was gonna say. In Hispanic culture, it's very transactional. It's not like I love you. It's like my love. It's not the same thing.
Okay.
Like it's not love. It's like you'll say the waitress will say my love.
Yeah.
Mi amor. Yeah.
To me it sounds like oh my God.
I love you and I love you. Te amo. Like they don't say that a lot. They don't say that a lot. That's true.
See,
especially parents.
But think about that. There's difference for the same word in English. Is different ways to say it in other languages.
Yeah.
So like even that.
Is there another word for love in English? No. Right?
No.
You could say, but adore even means something else.
It's less, right?
Yeah, I adore you.
Yeah.
So like y'all have a higher level. Like we got amor, but we got te amo. So it's just like we have a different level of love.
I think I love you is the hardest thing or the most nerve-wracking thing you can say. Like I can't
to another person.
Yeah, like I think there's a reason.
Think so?
I think there's a reason why there's such a stigma around, or it's such a big step in a relationship. Because
why is that?
But we should get into this because I always have a thing of like, it's only a big stigma because we put it on it. It shouldn't be.
I agree.
Like you've been dating somebody for like a couple months. Things are good.
You
like
think about them all the time.
Yeah, you think about them a lot. They care for you. They've done some nice things for you. You've done some nice things for them. You talk every day. Why is it weird to be like, I love you? Like
you're in a different
like
place.
what's this big thing that we put like, what, you love me? What? Like
you're in a different place in your life though. You have edibles, you drink wine, you're more sophisticated. Like
maybe you're right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they don't reach that. That takes work to get to that level.
But why is that? Why is love like, you know how sometimes in a relationship somebody be like, I love you, and then the other person will be like, I'm not there yet.
Or
like, thank you, and then they'll be like, I couldn't say it back, I'm not there yet. It's like, why? Why are you not there yet? Like, do you not like, what's love to you? Like, what's this thing you're waiting for? To like, what's there?
Yeah, I don't know. To me, I think people can also be afraid to say it because it's vulnerability. It's admitting like I'm in deep with you, and that's terrifying if you don't feel the same.
But that's the reason, because I've heard girls or guys be like, I care about them a lot, but it's just, I don't know if I love them. It's like, well, the definition of love is what you make it. Like you've made this definition of, when you say, I don't know if I do, you've created the definition.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean you don't know? It's your definition.
I think it's also what comes with it. Like there's a responsibility or like there's a
not really
commitment.
We put it on each other.
Yeah, but to that person, it's just like, what comes with this is something that they might not be like maybe emotionally or ready for. Like, oh man, love means that I have to show up all of the time. What about when I'm not in love with you? It's like a lot of different
normalize telling people you love them and then breaking up the next day.
Boom. There you go.
It's not a big deal.
It's not.
It's not a big deal. You should love everyone. This should be love. Love should be free. I'm like a hippie. I think I'm on an edible right now.
I was gonna say you take an edible one time.
Love
and I'm just trying to love everyone. Love don't cost a thing.
Thank you.
That sounds like a movie.
People act like it costs money. People act like if you tell somebody you love them, they're gonna deduct $300 from your bank account.
Yeah.
That's how
people behave.
That's how they
be like, I don't know. If I'm ready. Yeah, I ain't got it yet.
I ain't got
Bro,
it.
just tell people you love them. Who cares? It just means you care for them.
I get paid on the
What is
15th.
love? It's a word we created.
What is the feeling though?
God. Okay, do you guys have anybody in your life who you never said I love you to, who you regret now not saying it?
No.
Early growing up, I did not say it often, just because I didn't grow up in a place that says it often. But now, nah, I be saying it, especially after losing my mom. I say it, and everyone in my family, after that happened, everyone in my whole family kind of says it. Like, even with my cousins, like the boys, like the men who, you know, we grew up like, kind of like, you know, in a, I don't want to say toxic, but a very masculine world with my cousins. But even that, like, we'll be hanging out, we'll be leaving. I'll be like, bye, I love you, bro. Love you, cuz. You know, we text, all right, good talking, love you.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. I get, like, I've had the same feelings as everybody else of feeling awkward saying it, but you just gotta fight through that.
I've fought through it, but I also, again, this might sound a little woo-woo, but when I went on my ayahuasca journey, like, I came back like, all of this is nonsense. Like, it's all about love. Love is the only thing that truly, really matters.
Love is free.
And when I got blasted into the center of the universe, and that was just the only thing that was there. I don't know if I talked about this on this podcast, but like, basically, it was the most liberating, enlightening, and it's gonna sound crazy, orgasmic experience. But it came back, it was just like, it's all about love. Like, nothing else truly matters. So it's just like, love you, bro.
Stop acting like every time you tell someone you love them, they're deducting money from your bank account. It is free.
Yeah.
And you putting out, when you putting out, it's the opposite, because you putting out good energy into like the universe.
I think we need a cannabis sponsor. And the name of our strain would be Love is Free.
Love is
Love is free. And then put that on a t-shirt. I'm on fire. You're on fire.
That's
free.
really
Weird.
huge.
I think the weird part about it is most people, like, people be struggling to say I love you to people who they love.
That's the crazy part.
I don't get that, because I'm from a family where my parents say, like, both of my parents say I love you all the time.
A white family.
Well, yeah. But honestly, my dad is
we
more.
got a laugh from Jamie.
Yeah. My dad is honestly more verbally will say I love you than my mom will. But
Men are softer.
I think I want to start a new section of the show where we just give flowers to white people. And I think the fact that white people are free, they tell each other that they love you pretty frequently. I think that's a nice thing. I think that's good.
Yeah.
And you know, they've been stealing from us for a while. We're gonna steal that from you.
do it. Why do you feel like
That's ours now.
your parents or the culture that your parents were raised in doesn't prioritize that? Like,
They
why?
didn't have time for that.
It was that's the thing. Like, they didn't have time for that. Like, a lot of us come from very poor upbringings.
Yep.
Like, I mean, literally, like, my mom and dad were born like third world level poor.
Yep.
Like, the fact that, like, we're here and in one generation, like, literally the kids of people who were born, like, my dad and my mom, they were born on a farm in the Dominican Republic, like, with no electricity and no bathroom. And by the time I was born, we had a house by the time I was like 10.
Wow.
Which is
insane.
Yeah, that's insane. So, you know, they had a lot of making up to do to catch up, to have me on the same level as, like, someone like you, or, you know, someone who's born here, who come from, like, generation who came maybe 100 years ago, but they've had time to elevate and build. Yeah. So I think that's the reason, and it's not good. I think they should remember that. And I think our generation, we do a way better job at remember that, but we don't have to deal with the stuff they have to do.
Right.
And that's what I was going to get to, where it's just like, you know, I know everything is great, and, you know, the world isn't the best right now, but it's way better than it was 50 years ago, 100 years ago,
Right.
especially for...
It's the best it's ever been.
Ever, right?
People try to act like it's so chaotic and everything is going down. This is the best. Today is the best humanity has ever been. Is today.
Ever.
And when you listen on it, today is not May 11th. When you listen on May 11th, it'll be that day.
And people fail to realize, especially, like, all right, just take a place like America. Like, what, the civil rights movement was in the 60s, so we're only like 60, 50 years removed from people, like, actually still being, like, lynched or getting sprayed with water hoses, or, like, not being able to go to the same places. Like, my grandparents, we came from Ghana, so we didn't have to, like, deal with that. But, like, you talk to a lot of people who their family was raised in the South, and they tell you these stories of, like, yeah, like you said, the for colors only sign, like, that's not too far removed. So, like, you know, when you're dealing with that and you're raising with kids with that, you don't, it's not that you don't have time for love, but you're just thinking about, like, I have to keep these kids fed, but I have to keep these kids alive. So it's just like, you know, it's difficult.
I just think they had other, they had other priorities
that they had going on in their life.
Dealing with a lot, and
there was no room for this either.
And also, a lot of the stuff they were doing, whether it comes like working 3 jobs or packing up and going to a foreign country where you don't speak the language, a lot of the stuff that they were doing required you to be like real tough, and not show weakness and kind of like man up. It's like when you go to war, like you gotta. For the time you're there, you gotta really be like on your thing, because it's easy if you allow yourself to like get soft and quote unquote soft and get all lovey-dovey, it's easy for you to get eaten up. And
and it's also like the people who come from like any kind of war-torn nation where they're like, oh, you guys think y'all are gangsters in America and stuff. Like we had to deal with bombs. Like we had real bomb training of if a bomb hits your building, where are you gonna hide? So like they're really tough people where they don't. It's just like, yeah, I love you, but like I want to keep you alive, right? Like, do you need me to say I love you, or do you need me to like, hey, get under that bunker because this bomb is being dropped?
Yeah.
Jamie, do you know that those like you were wearing Air Force Ones, right?
Yes,
those
sir.
Air Force Ones, they're dirty. They're selling these now. Like they're selling
Air
like
Force?
the ones you're wearing. Like those are worth money now. It's the white girl dirty Air Force Ones. Have you seen this?
They're pre-dirty?
Dirty?
Yeah, like dirty. Pre-dirty.
Pre-dirted.
Yeah, like
they're
coming
pre-worn
dirty
in?
from the factory.
Why?
Like with special dirt or some shit?
No, it's like they just design them to look like they're dirty and crust it up and thing, and they're selling for like $120. You know?
Why?
White women,
Okay.
yeah, they love them.
I mean, that's...
I never seen a white woman with clean Air Force Ones.
Unless she's
Mine were busted. I had a pair.
I thought that's how y'all was getting it, because I would see them walk out of Foot Locker and they're dirty. I'm like, I don't know.
Well, because I work behind the scenes, I also have black Air Force Ones.
Whoa.
But people told me that I couldn't wear those to work anymore.
No.
Whoa, hold on.
We're gonna think you're here to shoot up the
That's
place.
what I'm saying. Like, hold on, take it easy, Jay. We're just kidding. This is
Yeah,
jokes.
yeah.
Well, they need me in all black. You know?
No,
So-
not Air Force One.
No, I
Not
can't.
Air Force Ones.
I know.
Whoa, just take it easy.
That tells us you don't care about life.
yeah.
No, well.
You're ready to crash out.
I need you to have something to do tomorrow.
Yeah,
And if you're wearing
for sure.
if you're wearing black Air Force Ones, I feel like you don't got nothing to do.
Exactly.
You with whatever.
It's just jokes.
Today could be your last day and you're fine.
It's just
See, this
jokes,
could
my
be a
brother.
segment. Is next time I'll bring in 20 shoes and you two tell me immediately what it means.
But
Or
white women, no, because here's the thing, and shout out to white women. Time to give white women their flowers.
Flowers.
White women have, you guys do good at making things yours, like taking things and making them yours, right? Like, you know how like white women took Brooklyn and Air Force One.
certain parts of Brooklyn.
You know, like that, you're good at that. Like, cause you kind of just like, hey, you know, I'm blonde. And we're like, all right, yeah. And then before you know it,
You can hang out.
yeah, you can hang out. And before
They're
you know
selling
it,
pre-dirty.
you're saying slay and dead ass and tea. And it's cute, you know? That's like a thing that they have. And I think with the sneakers, you girls were like, because obviously in black culture, they're like, no, we got to keep this clean as a sign of like money and affluence. And then white women were like, well, my dad is rich, so I'm gonna just dirty these.
I'm beating these to the
Ironically,
ground.
ironically,
Yeah.
So
beating
I think it
these
works.
down.
This is like good. It's good for everyone. It works.
Yeah.
You're like
know?
the hood anthropologist.
I am. I'm very wise.
yeah.
I'm very wise. I need to have a child.
Whoa.
I do. I need to have a child.
Okay.
I have wisdom I need to impart before I go. What up, adulterers? Real quick, if you want to come see me live next weekend, May 16th and 17th, I'm at the Comedy Attic in Bloomington, Indiana, 22nd to the 21st. 4th, Rogue Island Comedy Festival, and I'm at Dallas Comedy Club on the 30th and the 31st. Ian Lara Live for all dates. Thank y'all for listening to the Adulthood podcast. Like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment on Spotify, a comment on iTunes, and tell everybody you love the podcast. Peace.
Speaking of parenthood, my last Mother's Day question was, I'm not going home for Mother's Day this year because I'm going to be in Ohio the week before for my brother's graduation.
Okay.
What, like, if everybody's out of town for Mother's Day, like, what is the best way to show my mom that we like actually care, because she's not going to be with any of her kids on the day? I'm like, it feels like it needs to be more than flowers, but I don't know if it needs to be like a necklace. Like, I'm like, should we buy her a massage, or like, what's like the right amount of investment?
I think you should pretend, because you're going to be there the week before, I think you should pretend that Mother's Day is the week before.
That's
So like,
Solid.
get the flowers, get the card, do everything while you're there, and present. Because honestly, next year it might be the week before. Mother's Day is just what, the second Sunday of May. It's
Yeah.
not like
It always
it's not the
rotates.
11th.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just
It rotates.
Yeah, it rotates. So it just so happens this year. It's not like it's a solidified day. So do all that before, and then the day of you call her and thing. But she's gonna feel like, all right, you guys already did the thing.
that's really smart.
Solid.
We'll
That's
That's
just
what I'm
do
saying. I need to have a
brunch.
child because I have all this wisdom to
do-
give, and I'm just wasting it on all the adulterers.
You do the pre-brunch, and then you call. You send the flowers on the day.
I'm
Send
gonna
her
get her
edibles.
champagne drunk and put a tincture in there.
Put a little tincture in the
But
champagne.
not too much.
I know.
Not too much. Only like 1 milligram. Because that generation, they don't take well to like.
Yeah, my mom's like slurring her words
Unsolicited.
after like one glass of
Yeah,
wine.
okay.
So,
I
I think
yeah.
you meant racially slurring.
Oh,
What? No. No,
that's
it's
fun
like,
too.
No,
No, because that's fun too. Get an old white lady drunk.
Hey, my mom's in her mid 50s. She's
Really?
not old. Yeah.
She's young.
My parents had me when they were 28.
oh, they started
We're
early.
like Midwest Catholics, duh. They like get married.
That's late though. 28 not early.
I know.
That's true. They started like
That's
22.
late.
Yeah, my mom was
that's
like 24 when she got married. It's insane. 25.
Your
yeah.
mom's young.
I know.
She's still out here.
They're chill.
What's up, Mama? Come
Does she listen to the pod?
What?
Does she listen to the podcast?
She would. She does not even know that I work on this. She listens to my personal
Are you
podcast.
ashamed of
You have a
us?
podcast?
Yeah.
What?
Are you ashamed of us?
What's it called?
What? Liability on the mic with my friend. You're not
What?
gonna listen to it. It doesn't matter.
How long have you been doing this?
Years?
You don't see it on Instagram?
I don't follow her.
Yeah, you do.
What?
Yeah, you do.
What? Wait a minute. What do y'all talk about?
Everything. Life, pop culture.
So you just doing our podcast?
Kinda.
Who's the other person?
My friend Liz, who lives in Chicago. She's a stand-up in Chicago.
You do it digitally?
Liz what?
Yeah, we do it over. So like we don't have like good clips. Like I'll clip like our thing, but it's our listener base is small, but like it's consistent.
Liz what?
growing. Liz Evans,
And what do you call your listener?
Buffalo Liabills,
Why?
because our name's liability on the mic.
Oh,
Yeah.
Buffalo Liar Bills.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow, I did not know this. Well, this changes everything.
Does it? Don't worry, there's no overlap besides my personal life.
No, oh man, that's funny. Well, Adulterers, if you'd like to hear more of Carmen, listen to
Liability
Buffalo
on the
what?
mic.
Liability
Oh,
on the mic.
liability on the mic.
The Buffalo Bills? What is it?
Maybe we'll do
Bills.
a crossover up.
That'd be great.
But Liz lives in Chicago.
Yeah, but she's here. She was just here this past weekend.
Oh,
we were turning up.
Let's get into some of these topics because we don't get a chance to get into the topics. Volume 109, Sunday, May 11th, 347-378-9423. Call in, leave us a message. We love to hear from the adulterers.
Boom.
The calls are getting like better and better and better. So
Yeah, they
continue
are.
to keep
Shout out
calling.
to the adulterers, man.
We have some?
Yeah, do we want to start with the DM?
Yeah, let's do the deal.
Okay, great. So she's got a few questions in here, so we'll break it down. No name. I have some questions I hope you'll consider discussing. To introduce myself, I and my circle of female friends are all single. They're in their late 30s around Bronx or Queens or Manhattan.
New York.
Yeah.
Out of Alps.
I'm 41 in New Jersey.
41 in Jersey?
Yeah.
41 in Jersey. My question is about partnering and in all caps, love.
We just did a whole session on love.
Perfect. She's perfect for this. Either publicly or personally, who inspires the pod or community as solid 10 plus year relationships that are not based on the kids? Do these exist?
Wait, what? Wait, I'm sorry.
She said either publicly, like I guess celebrity couples, or personally people in your life, who inspires you as like a 10 plus year relationship that you like look at and aspire to that isn't just about having children. Do these exist when it comes to mushy relationshipy partner building together stuff? And then we'll get into the other question, but let's start with that.
I mean, for me, it's definitely not going to be a celebrity couple
At all. No.
I'm never going to idolize a celebrity couple.
No.
I've been too close to them. I've been too around them, and I know how fake and superficial they can be.
It's a scam.
I'm not saying they all are, but the majority of them are that. I mean, we live in a world where, and I know this for a fact, like I've had this proposed to me where celebrities are pretending to be in relationships when they are not, just for the publicity and clout that it brings.
Can we pause
And
right
some
here?
of these people are your relationship goals.
Who was it proposed to you for?
No, but I just had an agent like mention that to me, like that was a thing like to do, like when I was promoting my last special.
Like, what's her name? You didn't get a relationship with Sweeney? What's her name?
Sweeney. Oh, Sydney?
Yeah.
No, which single, by the way.
She was at Glenn Powell's sister's wedding. It's over for you.
Yeah. Nah, what are you gonna do? But yeah, so I definitely not a celebrity, but for me is without a kid though.
I think it's just like it's not just about
Not
the
just
kids.
based on the
like-
kids.
Yeah, not just based on the kids. I think I have a couple family members. Family members I've been in long-term relationships, and I've seen the ups and downs, and I've seen what it really takes, like, to make it work. Like people just pretend that it's like I love this person, and it's not. It's ups and downs, and you both gotta want to do better, and you both gotta come into it in good faith. You gotta argue in good faith. You gotta live a life that's, conducive to the success of each other. It's very difficult, but I think I have people in my family who do it.
Same. I got family. I got my older cousin. He's been married for, I think they're coming up on 9 years. It'll be 10 years next year. Clearly, 10 comes after 9. But also like my uncles, aunts too. Like I asked them questions. One of my aunts, they've been married for 20 years. And they had a kid late. So I ask questions, and then we talk, and they're just like, it takes work.
Yeah.
It's not, you have to show up. You have to deal with the ups, the downs, the curveballs that life throws at you, especially because it's not easy breezy. Somebody might be out of work. Somebody might be taking on the brunt of the expenses, and vice versa. Or somebody might be very sick. You might lose a parent. And like, I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So gaining some wisdom from people who are actually like in the mix of it and have longevity on it. Yeah.
Mine is honestly the Obamas, and it's not because they're like goals because they were iconic. I've listened to a lot of Michelle's stuff she's put out since she was in the White House, and she's been super honest about like how difficult it was for her with his rise and like how adversely it affected their marriage and how much couples therapy they've done. Like I really admire the honesty about like, yeah, nobody goes through something like that with the public pressure and it doesn't cause very unique relationship cracks. I really admire how honest they've both been about like what it's taken to make it work. And the fact that they're still together is beyond impressive. They've been together over 30 years and are still committed to their partnership. Like that's, yeah, flowers to that for sure.
I'm more of a fan of the Trumps. I really want like I really want like a supermodel third wife who hates me but can't leave.
And will only speak to our mutual son in a language I can't speak.
That's more what I want out of life.
Yeah. Okay. And then these go together. Separately, feels like around NYC, there are tons more single females than males. Would you agree? In this pod's opinion, do you think the disparity increases with age? My friends and I joke about living in a Golden Girl commune someday. I do not want that. On the other hand, seems like if a guy is 42 or 46, he's either hiding his marriage or living
specific.
in what? Just kind of two ages I threw out.
Either 42 or 46. Who are we talking about?
Just wait. He's either hiding his marriage or living in some anime Harry Potter world. Where are the generally decent single 40+ dudes not obsessed with the MLM or supplement or a wizard con?
Well, I mean, look, if people call in for honesty here, right? And if we're being honest, if you're in your 40s thinking you're gonna meet a 40-year-old guy who checks all the boxes, the chances are slim. The chances are slim.
Very slim.
Because I always say this to my female family members, my nieces, my sisters, or even my friends. It's like women want to date this like high, level successful man, which is great. You should. You deserve a high level successful man. But you know who else wants to date a high level successful man? Every other woman, right? So the chances of meeting a guy in his 40s who comes to you with no baggage, yet has all the boxes that women like and is not gay is very slim.
He came from a bunker.
Very slim. Yeah, he had to be
Blast from the past.
Maybe
Wizard
he was out in space
Cryotherapy
for a while.
Like what?
So as you age, unless you're willing to go younger and go, searching for a young guy who hasn't experienced life, you're gonna have to adjust your boxes.
Yeah.
What you looking for, gonna have to adjust it, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe you're gonna have to spend a weekend at WizardCon.
Expecto Patronum.
Yeah. Maybe maybe you gotta go dress like Hermione while he's dressed as Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
Expelliarmus.
And now you're in a ballroom at a Holiday Inn in the middle of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Yeah. Is that so bad to do it a couple times a year?
It's absolutely a ballroom at a Holiday Inn.
This is what, look. Life is about adjusting. You have to negotiate what you want.
It's true.
If 355 days of the year he's dressed normal, but then those 5 years he dressed like Lady Gaga at an award show,
Bro, cut that.
so be it.
Yo, sidebar, that's my shit.
That song
The
is.
Abracadabra Lady Gaga
no,
song.
Oh.
I'm on the subway being big and black, and
No, it's
look,
cunt.
yeah.
Cut that.
My bad.
If a man in his 40s, you have to negotiate. If he's a good guy, he treats you well,
Yeah.
he respects you, he cares about you, considers you in all the things. Listen, you don't have to tell people that on weekends he has a chicken coop in his house and he has to pretend that he's an egg.
And he's raising them.
he's laid up in the basement with hay around him in a chicken coop, pretending he's an egg about to hatch.
With heat
This is what he
lamps.
does on his personal time.
That's his thing.
You waited a little long. You're gonna look. You gotta go. Sometimes you gotta go in the bargain bin.
That's it. Everybody goes to TJ Maxx.
Right.
They
Look,
still sell out.
A 44 or what was it? 42 or 46?
42 or 46.
A 46-year-old single man with no baggage.
That doesn't exist. Like, cause think about it. Just like when you zoom out, 42 or 46 at that age, and you're single, you're either like not a great person, or you're coming out of a bad relationship, or you're coming out of a relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be bad, but you're coming out of something. So you're coming.
Or
with
you're an odd duck.
that too. So like you got to think about those factors, and then proceed accordingly.
Yeah, okay.
A 46-year-old man with no baggage and
Doesn't
no
exist.
flaws is like buying clothes at Marshall's. Like, it's irregular.
Yeah.
It looks on the thing, it looks normal, right? But when you bring it home and you put it on, you're going to be like, why
why
is
is
one
the-
sleeve longer than the other, right?
Yeah.
You think you bought a pair of boxers, you open it up and it's forks.
And swim trunks.
Yeah, that's just what it is. But you can also use forks.
Yeah.
You don't have to throw away the whole set just because it's not boxers.
You got to eat. Everybody eats, B.
Okay. Well, this goes on to the last final part of her question, which, I mean, Wizard Con is and Gettysburg is obviously one answer, but it's other than bars, more of my friends are getting sober. Where are the single, where are the single sane 40 plus men? Is it volunteering, like a community garden or church, meetups, the gym?
Yes.
Yes.
All of the above.
Yeah, my advice would be just get out of your house and try shit you love. Go to a paint and sip. Well,
Go to
not
a
paint and
paint and
sip
sip.
class.
No,
just a
'cause
painting
They're
class.
sober, right?
Yeah.
They're sober. But
Gym for sure.
Yeah.
Gym. Also, pick the right gym because you looking for a 46-year-old man with no flaws at Planet Fitness. That ain't happening.
that's not happening.
Planet Fitness is the craziest.
That ain't happening.
place.
That's not where those guys hang out.
It's where she said the Bronx and, and
no,
where she-
you're gonna
where
have
she-
to
no.
invest a little if you want to, a gym with a membership fee that doesn't serve pizza on
Yeah,
Tuesdays, maybe.
on the last Tuesday of the month. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, all the things she named, you gotta just do it.
But
Live
no.
life, travel too. Maybe your guy is in Pakistan.
Maybe. Maybe.
It's possible.
Sandals Jamaica might be your answer.
They got some good men in Saudi Arabia right now that are looking for women.
Have you ever seen the SNL skit with Adele and they're talking about Africa?
No, send
All
it
right,
to me.
I'll send it to you. I won't get into this time because you set up Sandals Jamaica. But also she got to do things that's outside of her comfort zone too. Because if you've been doing everything in your comfort zone and
You've already seen every guy.
Exactly. So you got to do something wildly different.
Wait, not two. She has to do only things outside her comfort zone.
Yes.
Your comfort zone has not worked.
It hasn't worked.
Sweetie.
It hasn't worked.
No, it hasn't worked. Which there's nothing wrong with it. And nowadays, look, all you gotta do is your man probably right now is in the middle of a divorce. Like, just wait for that to end,
honesty.
and then he'll be right. Like, people, like I have so many like girls in their 40s or late 30s who are single. You just gotta wait for the guy to get out their first marriage.
That's it.
And you'll just You know,
I think I'm gonna meet somebody after marriage number one.
you'll be married multiple times.
You know-
for sure.
You think?
For sure.
Why?
No, for sure. What do you mean? Why? It's good. I meant that as a compliment.
But you know what? That comes. That's not a bad thing. You've tried it. It didn't work, and you're actually like trying to get married again. I'm
No,
talking about
there's
from the
nothing wrong
guy's
with it.
perspective, because at
If
the
you
same
put the
time-
work in.
yeah. But at the same time, too, you're walking away with like knowledge of, hey, this didn't work out because of this, and then like you get to a point where if you're objective and you're just focusing on things that you did wrong or where it went wrong with you, that next marriage, you're going into it like, hey, like, all right, I've done this before. It didn't work because of this. So now I'm going to try it because of this. And you're the person that I'm trying it with because of that.
Yeah, that's hot.
Yeah.
The last advice I have for her, because I think this is ageless, and I've actually found some success with this in the last couple months. If you want to listen to Liability on the Mic to hear more.
Of course, she wants to listen to a 26-year-old single girl tell her how to date.
Well, all I'm saying is in your building. And
doesn't
I've
want
had
to listen to that?
multiple friends, single moms, meet their new boyfriends in their apartment buildings. Like if she's in Jersey and her friends are in New York, wait, why are you timing out?
I don't like this.
No.
Why?
Not
No,
where
it's
you
not a
live.
good place.
Not where you
Yeah, I
live.
think that was an episode of SVU.
Yeah.
that you're naming.
Not where you live.
You don't meet people
Hell,
in your building.
Not in your building.
I can't believe you guys are shutting me.
I'm sorry. I'm usually here with you, not in your building. You don't.
Liz is my podcast co-host mom found love.
Yeah, but yeah, I know
Where?
somebody who won the lottery.
All right.
I'm not telling you invest your 401k into the lottery.
All right.
Because God forbid it doesn't work out.
God.
Yeah, that's horrible. Which it probably won't because she's 42 and single. So now she has to live with this guy she hates.
Now she's moving. Okay.
Yeah,
You're right.
come on.
I'm just
You
saying
didn't
she
see that
wants to
episode
meet
of
You have
Sexo?
like a fairy tale. That's like a fairy tale. Yeah, if it works out, it's great. You guys live in the same building. You can hang out. It's
That's
perfect.
the
But when it doesn't work out, now you're in Gettysburg.
Yeah.
At a Holiday Inn.
Maybe you try and meet more male friends in your building, and even if you don't sleep with them, suddenly you're invited to somebody's 60th bowling birthday party, and
Okay.
there's a whole new crop of.
Carmen, this is why you're banned from corporate America. You keep thinking that where you live or work is the place to meet guys, and it is not. That is not the right place. This is why your pictures at every Fortune 500 company
You are on the wall. Do not hire.
do not hire.
Some VPs leave.
Problematic at holiday parties.
Yeah.
You should have seen me at my friend's birthday. It was a disaster.
Yeah.
I
No,
know.
not
Her
where-
birthday?
My friend's birthday party this weekend. I was
On the 26th?
Oh my god.
Where'd you go?
Old Flings above Berlin. Like yeah, really good spot to have like a little private party. But yeah, we'll leave that out. But anyway, I was
Yeah.
all over the place.
You got
Yeah.
too drunk?
I was just taking a lot of shots and like really hitting on like a lot of people. And I'm not normally like that. And I
Tequila?
everything.
What-
Lemon
what do you-
drops,
like, how do you-
whiskey.
Mom's what?
I said lemon drops.
Whiskey.
Lemon drops.
whiskey. Oh,
Shots, whiskey. It
I
was
thought you said mom's p. I said, what?
Whoa,
what
happy
drink
Mother's Day.
What drink is that?
Happy-
I need some of that.
I think
Well,
it's tequila and champagne.
Wait, Carmen, I think how do you hit on a guy? Like, what do you say? What do you do?
I have a lot of people come up to me. Honestly, I have to be honest with you. Like, I know I'm pretty good at asking people questions about themselves. Normally, like, I'm talking to someone, and then honestly, if they look at me a little bit too long, I know I'm in, and then I just turn on
The charm?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I always say this. I have a lot of my Black Hispanic friends. They ask me like, why do Black men generally end up with white women sometimes? And I'm like, because white women be free to take their shot a lot. If most of the country is one thing and they're also aggressively taking their shot, and you're not part of that group, you're not that thing, and you're not taking your shot, the chances of them ending up with more successful types of your kind is likely. It's just a numbers game. You get rejected a lot, but you win sometimes.
Shoot or shoot.
Shoot or shoot.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about the ghosting timeline.
Yes, this is a story from a personal friend. And I
Shout
thought
out.
it was interesting for the pod because I like haven't really, all of this to say, I have a friend who shall remain nameless, but let's call him Michael. It's a version of his name, but
Okay. What about Jim?
Michelangelo.
sure, Michelangelo.
Okay.
So Michelangelo was seeing this girl. He was not living in New York at the time, but met her, and he's here a lot for work, but met her at a party when he was here, and then started like really coming to New York, both on his personal time and like hoping work would take him out to start seeing her. things were going pretty well, but she fell in love with him really fast. And he liked her, but he was like, you know, I don't live here. I'm trying to figure out, you know, if it's worth me potentially wanting to relocate my life. All of this to say, he ended up getting relocated for work and had to leave the country. So he got relocated to the UK. And so he broke it off with the girl, and the girl did not take it well. Not in the way that she was being crazy, in the way that she was really hoping that they could make it work. And she was like, I'll come overseas. And Michelangelo just didn't think it was going to work. So he ended up ghosting her in the way that he had told her multiple times, like, I'm trying to figure out this new life in the UK. I have feelings for you, but this just doesn't make sense. And she wouldn't take no. So he ghosted her. He now has gotten relocated back to the States. He doesn't know where he's going to be, but he still has feelings for this girl. And he's trying to figure out, like, could he ever come back from the ghost? And is it worth restarting the conversation if he doesn't know where he's going to be? Like, he can't stop thinking about her, but like
if she's not in a relationship, and it seems like this is one of these women who love hard, so there's a very fair shot that she probably met somebody else and is now loving on them. But if she hasn't, you can definitely get back in.
This sounds like a Netflix rom-com.
You don't think the ghost, though, is...
No,
It's not a ghost if you've said it, multiple times.
He
Ghost
didn't
is
ghost her.
just
Yeah, ghost is when the person is left wondering
like,
what happened.
hey, good morning, and then
Yeah.
it's nothing. No, this is, hey.
Like, it ended on her asking a relationship question and he didn't respond.
But after he had said that I'm moving to the UK.
Oh yeah, that's not ghosting.
That's not ghosting.
Okay.
That's not ghosting. That's called like.
And also, he has the angle of coming back in and being like, I now see that my life is meaningless
Without you.
if I'm not living with you.
What's a crumpet?
Is this the Notebook? I know, right?
Okay.
No, yeah, he didn't go. I've been really ghosted. Like, good morning, no reply.
I have too, and it fucking sucks.
I've been ghosted.
I don't care that much.
I've been ghosted and then got texted on my birthday, hey, I'm pregnant. I don't know why I stopped talking to you, blah, 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 blah. And it wasn't mine. It was somebody else's. Yeah, I know. So, like, basically, you ghosted me and then didn't even know when it was my birthday and decided, because she ghosted me, like, in, like, a January. And then texted me back on my birthday, like, hey, like, this is what happened. And I moved to, like, Atlanta or something.
And you're like, I don't care.
Like, seriously?
Who's this? I got ghosted so bad one time, I literally thought the girl died.
Damn.
What? What?
Like, I thought that a tragedy had happened. Like, I thought she passed away. Because I never seen somebody go so cleanly off the face
It
of
was
the
an
earth.
elite ghost.
Just, I had
But, like, no social media, no nothing?
Nothing for like 3 years.
Wow. Maybe she
Then
was...
one day out of nowhere, she just texted me hi. And I thought it was a goat. Like, I was like, you're alive. Like,
Drop your phone.
That was literally my energy. My energy was like, oh my God, you're alive. Like, I wasn't even mad that she ghosted me. I was like, you're alive. And then obviously after I was like happy that she hadn't died, then I was like, what was that about? And then she like explained it. But I was like, I'd never seen somebody so cleanly go off like the face
Was
of
she
the
in
planet.
the CIA? Like,
I don't know,
did she
bro.
get
She
recruited by
deleted
the
everything. Like,
military?
I did not find her. And I wasn't searching for her like, hey, I need you in my life. I was searching for her like,
Are you
did you
okay?
die?
Should I file a police report?
Yeah.
Your
Like, did you
parents.
die?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that.
That's giving witness protection.
She just moved. She just moved and deleted her gram. That's all you really need to do.
That's all you have to do.
I guess, but to not wrap it up is crazy. Also,
Yeah.
got like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, well then to close on this ghosting timeline question, say it's a regular ghost and like you've been seeing someone a few times, you called them. If for some reason something changes and you want to open it back up, how late is too late?
I don't think it's too late.
It's never too late.
Shoot your shot.
You just shoot your shot and you
Shoot your
deal with it as it goes.
Such a male response.
Never too late.
Okay.
It's not. It's the truth.
It's really never too late.
It's the truth. It's never too late.
Because this is sometimes it goes like this: you shoot your shot, then there's resistance. Then you shoot your shot, then it's just like, oh hey. Then you shoot your shot, then it's like, okay, you grab me coffee, and the next thing you know,
I think what APM is saying is no doesn't mean no.
hold on, that's not what
what you're
APM
saying?
is
Oh,
saying.
maybe I misspoke.
That's not what APM
All right,
is
I'll
saying
take it
at
back.
all.
I'll take it back.
All right.
There's no losing.
No.
You can only win or tie. You can't lose. If she says no, you're tied. That's where you at right now with a no. If she says yes, you win.
You win.
There's no losing.
You're so right about that.
You can only win or tie.
There's
Either
no-
you win or you leave exactly how you came in.
Your life
no
is the
losses.
same.
The exact same. No losses. there.
And then if she
so
is
true.
a love harderer, I don't know if that's a real thing, but I just invented it. Then you're also like kind of saving yourself from that. Because if you're not ready, you have to be in a place to accept someone who's a love harderer.
That's what I would say. Don't climb back into this girl's life to waste her time.
Just to waste
'Cause
her
obviously
time.
she wants to get married, have a family, and trap you.
Yeah.
So do not text her if you're not serious
'Cause you're horny.
about her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
And
you're
I
not-
think it's better if he texts her without knowing if he's gonna be in New York. Because if he texts her once he's in New York, it seems a little convenient.
Yeah.
As opposed to like texting her from like, I don't know where it's gonna be. I just been thinking about you. That shows I want to try to make this work. It's not for convenience.
But
That was your preheat from the episode.
that's what I was going to say. You're
That was
preheating the
so
oven.
good.
You're preheating the oven.
Pre-ordering.
Yeah, 350.
Yeah.
Okay.
400 degrees.
God.
Shout out to Juvenile.
Great advice.
Lil Wayne.
I'm going to clip this for him.
Young Money.
Volume 109, baby. Adulthood Pod. Thank you guys for listening. Come back next week. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Call the phone number. Leave a voicemail. DM Carmen. Peace.
It was my birthday. Thank
Happy
you.
birthday, DJ PM.